AJ, you in there? AJ, you in there?
Yeah, just like
How are you, buddy?
good.
We're not
Let me just
live,
get,
are we? Oh, we're live now. That's
let me just
awesome.
get
What
my
a great lead in.
let
So
me
we're
get my
going to get
drink.
all set up now.
Let me get my
Is Doug
drink
in
real
there?
fast.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
So we're gonna get things moving, guys.
So hey, AJ's on there. We're a little early tonight. We just want to make sure everything's working well, and we got people on the West Coast and people in Europe. So just hang with us there for a few minutes, and we're going to clean up some screens here and get some more people watch the show and joining in.
Here we go, man.
AJ,
What's up, brother?
start sharing it. And also we got to get Doug in here.
Let me see.
Okay, let me get Doug here.
Yeah, everybody should be coming in a few minutes.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna turn the camera real quick because y'all need to see what's on my couch.
Oh shit. Who's on my couch?
It's Charlie.
Okay,
Good evening, AJ.
Yo, what's up, brother?
Looks like Doug is coming.
Looks like Doug's coming in. Let's start sharing this out, AJ, okay?
Okay. Here we
Yeah,
go.
I'm there. I'm
Awesome.
here.
Hey, Doug. We're a little early,
Hey,
but
buddy.
we just want to make sure with all the time differences and everyone trying to get together on a Monday night that we have this up and loaded and everyone available and comfortable. How does it sound? You sound okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Now I got to get some people to start watching. So give me a minute or
That's,
two. We're gonna put on. Yeah.
yeah, attendance.
It's attendance call. AJ, this
Gotta
is Doug.
fill the
Doug,
room, buddy.
How you doing, man?
Dude, I've played rooms to like 6 people. Shit, we played a gig in Staten Island. They weren't legally allowed to dance.
I've played gigs like that before.
Think about that. You go to a dance club to see a high energy cover band who blows anyhow, and you can't even shake your ass.
You
They
can't
literally
dance.
they had a guy, this big fucking dupe, just said, "Hey, you got to sit down. Hey, you can't dance here." It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I went
Joanne
to
was
a
there.
club during COVID here where they wouldn't let you dance. It was freaking hilarious.
Movies in the park separated. So again, this is AJ Slick. This is Doug Allman. Doug Allman, the drummer of the Stars, ladies and gentlemen. I've known him my whole life.
Oh, there we go. That's better.
You know, Doug has amazing hands, and he always.
Oh, you're too
fascinates me.
kind.
When I see him play, I just like he's got amazing hands. AJ, kind of like you and Ice Cream Man.
That's very sweet. That's very kind, Howard. Thank you.
Hey, no worries.
Where'd I go? What happened? Oh, shit. This phone of mine, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened here.
Doug, it makes no difference. This isn't fucking CNN. We get more viewers than him. It's okay. He'll refresh and he'll get back in. We're all good. AJ, how you doing today?
Good, man. I'm sharing it right now.
Good, exactly.
I shared it earlier, but
yeah, it can't hurt. You know, bring back the 80s. I'm just posting music. I'm putting this fucking everywhere. Join us now. Now I'm gonna go. I'm putting some local pages here. Share their group. Get Apollo Beach. Gotta get some uncensored. Some dickheads will be just calling in, just saying stupid shit, which is always good.
right on.
You know. So
let me ask you a question. I don't see the people talking anymore.
We'll have a chat up in a second, I believe.
Okay.
We will.
Yeah, it should.
It'll pop up.
Last time we tried running it through YouTube, and it turns out there's some kinks with YouTube. You don't get to see the comments.
So we'll get the comments. And Joanne's getting the show all together now.
Yeah, John's up there already.
I need you also to get rid of the screen behind me and stuff. So we lost Doug, but that was good. Hope you hey, he's back. Is Doug back?
No.
Yep, hold on, he's coming.
Doug's back.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
So going back to Doug. Doug is well, we'll start the show in a second. I'll introduce everybody. What time is it? What time we got?
It's about 3:38.
It's like pirate radio, dude.
3:30.
Yeah, right. We should be on a boat.
All right.
6:38 our time.
6:38 our time. Good evening, everybody. It is the AJ and Howard Bonanza show of shows. It's like Dick Clark meets I don't know, maybe Buddy Hackett.
Ah,
Okay. So we have AJ Slick, who is the magnificent AJ Slick of the Philadelphia area, 6 nights a week, as long as I've known him. I have to tell you, he covers acoustic and his full band. You would love him, Doug. Doug, my
Nice.
first impression of Doug, I was 6 years old. I ran into his bedroom and I saw 7 drum sets.
That's right.
I fell in love with an orange Starburst one. The other ones were in cases and smattered all over his room, and he kind of encouraged me to play drums. AJ, how's that?
So it's you were a local guy from around here.
He's in
Me?
California. Doug, introduce yourself to everybody,
but-
and good
but-
evening
but-
to the AJ Howard debauchery.
Hey, kids. No, I'm out here. I was born in Jersey, but I'm really a California kid. We came out here. I was like 5 years old when we came out here. So
You guys split
Yeah.
before I was born, dude. It's a good
Yeah.
thing.
yeah, it turned out that way. I guess. Who knows which way my life would have gone otherwise?
You trust me, you're better off leaving Jersey. There's no
Yeah,
real
I've heard
happy
that
ending-
said.
no real happy endings in Jersey.
Yeah, right.
Even when he played, have you had any good gigs in Jersey, AJ?
I played there several times. Yeah.
I had a couple good gigs there. Yeah, there were some cool places I played, man.
Now AJ plays full time for living. Doug, that's all you've done your whole life. That full time musician. I mean, you.
Well,
and
I've
AJ
been a
are
full time
kindred
musician, but you kind of can't be a full time musician without having some sort of side income. So you do other things to feed the belly.
Well, you live in California where it's expensive as fuck, so I get it.
Oh, it's expensive everywhere, but times have really changed out here. I mean, as they have all over the world, as I understand. But yeah, you basically, it's amazing that I'm able to exist in California at this point.
Yeah.
I'm really not able to. I lead a pretty rough life, so I live rough. So
All right, so tell me, let's tell AJ some of the people that let's talk a little bit about your career. When did you start playing and your first deal?
well, really, Mom and Dad we moved into a place directly across the street from Disneyland. Literally,
I remember that. I used to sleep
mean,
on the roof.
So you-
Yeah,
so you
no,
were
not
an-
that.
you-
No, it was on a Lynn West.
so
It
you
was
were
a
an
when I
Anaheim.
went to junior high school. It was like 65, 64, 65, 66. Because 67, 68, 69, I was in high school, so it was junior high. Anyway, so that was really, and that was a great time in music because it was all just starting then. The Beatles hadn't broke yet. It was before the Beatles were on Sullivan. So I was able to go over to Disneyland and see all of these great musical acts that a fellow named Sonny Anderson, who was the drummer in the Disneyland band, but was also became the head of Disney Worldwide years later. I mean, he booked hootenannies were going on, like Peter, Paul, and Mary, and folkies. But he was also bringing all the big bands, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, with drummers that were fucking phenomenal. I mean,
Oh,
Sonny
shit.
Payne, Louis Belson, Buddy Rich. Just outrageously amazing drummers, and that's where it started. I went over there and got influenced by the best in the world, and got to watch the best in the world up close and personal live. Which today it's totally different today.
And then the
that
California
kind of
scene
music.
broke wide open. I mean, you had the Wrecking Crew, you had all the movie theater, all the movie.
This was before
TV
the Wrecking
shows.
Crew, man. This is way
Yeah.
before. I mean,
Oh yeah, but that was the scene. I mean, California was the scene up until I don't know, 85, maybe 90 when grunge came in.
right
All
around
music came
90,
out of-
things
all
started
just
to.
left California.
Yeah,
when the music came.
technology. That's when when people when all the actually it had to do with television and movie music. When these guys were able to sit down at their dinner table and do it all on a laptop, and they didn't have to use big studios. They didn't have to hire studio musicians anymore. That's when it ended.
All right, so what was your first band and where was your first gig? AJ, check this out. This is great.
God, I'm trying to remember. Well, there was a band I was in with the Tribble Brothers. I don't know who you were referencing it to. I don't remember where my first gig was. Well, no, wait a minute. I was in the Disneyland parade when I was 13 years old. I was
go.
playing a timpani on the back of Peter Pan's float. I made more than Irv
62.
made. My father made those 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. I mean, plus you got
Right.
a shitload of e-tickets.
Yeah,
But then
oh, I
actually
sure did.
You had a surf band, right?
That band, no, I was in a couple short acoustic or electric surf bands, but not really the bands I was in played surf music. The band of note that I was really in the first time were called the Young Men, and I met them at Disneyland too. And I sent them a letter and said, "Hey, get rid of your drummer." I'm
An
the
early
guy.
David Lee Roth move, huh, AJ? Get
Yeah,
rid of
right.
your drummer.
And
Send
we
him
went
a
on
letter.
to. I was only 15 at that time, and then we won every Battle of the Bands concert there was in '66 and '67 all over California. And there was a prominent disc jockey out here. His name was Sam Riddle. You might remember him from Sam Riddle's Star Search. Star Search was Sam's really
No.
big. It was
I
a
got nothing.
huge,
But again,
huge
back
program.
then, TV was East Coast. TV was East Coast, very regional.
Wasn't Star Search? Ed McMahon was the host of that.
Oh,
Star Search, that was nationwide. That was a huge show. But Sam was a boss jock here in LA, and he was our manager. So we got to do all these concerts. He put us on all the concerts were just in its, we're just starting back here too in 65, 66, 67. But he put us on all of his shows with groups like the Seeds, the Association, Jimi Hendrix, all sorts of people. We got to open all these shows. It was great. The Buffalo Springfield. I'm still friends with a lot of these people.
now let
Very
me ask you
cool.
something. What was the first band that you really got a locked in position and they started to do well?
That was the Young Men.
No, I'm talking about
After the Young Men, I was pretty.
No, but later in the
After
career.
the Young Men, I was pretty much a drummer for hire. Doing just a lot of session work and having a ball.
Who was some
which
of the
I'm
people
still
that,
doing.
who was some of the people back in the day that you were playing?
Well, I did Linda Ronstadt. In fact, that's when I met Jim Gordon, the drummer Jim Gordon. It was 1967. We were opening a show for Linda Ronstadt in Pasadena, and Jimmy Gordon came in to play drums. And there was my Ludwig kit, and there was tall Jim Gordon, and he sat down on my kit, and he loved it. He loved my kit. He played the shit out of it, but he loved it. And that was my first meeting with Jim, which later on in a couple years, through the kindness of Mike Post, Rockford Files, Hill Street Blues, he would have me come to sessions, and I could sit next to Jim Gordon and watch him play. So that was a hell of an opportunity for me.
That was before he went to jail.
Oh, God, yeah. He didn't go to jail till about 82 or 83.
Yeah, he went nuts, man.
Oh, he was nuts, but you never knew it then. He had short hair. He dressed really well. He was really collegiate. He was really kind to everybody too. Nobody knew this dark side about him until years later. I never saw it.
That's crazy, man. Because he was Derek and the Dominoes drummer, man.
That's right. He was everybody's drummer. Look at his recording history. His volume of work is unprecedented. He was one of the wealthiest prisoners, in the California penal system.
That's crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, well, he went crazy. Unfortunately, it was very sad.
Did you think it was crazy, or you think it was drugs that forced him there?
No, he had a mental. He was mental. He did the drugs to knock the voice so he wouldn't hear the voices.
Here's the thing.
Right.
Yeah. And then where'd you go after that?
I lived up in Hollywood for years too. I was in Studio City. I was all over the place. I was getting to tour with a lot of artists. But I was bouncing back and forth between playing with a friend of mine in Lake Tahoe for 6 years and taking tours where they were made available to me. But I was leading the life and I was loving it, and I'm still above ground. So
there you go, man.
You ever get a chance to play with Glenn Campbell?
Yes. Well, yeah, I knew Glenn Campbell. Yeah, I did actually. I did a couple sessions with him.
He was incredible, man. Incredible.
Yes, he was.
That's
natural talent.
That's why. What about Roy Clark?
Roy Clark was phenomenal. Him and his
Well, I did some concerts with Roy in the 90s.
Really?
No, it was the early 2000s. I'm sorry.
Really, my dad was in love with Roy Clark's playing.
He was a kick. Roy was a
I
real
used to
kid.
watch him. My dad was like, "What are you watching this hillbilly stuff for?" And you know my dad; he was straight up freaking, conservative as shit. And I go, "Dad, this guy can play guitar."
Dude, Roy
Yeah,
Clark could
no
play
shit, he could
everything.
play
Banjo,
anything.
fiddle. There's nothing he couldn't play. Roy Clark, dude, he was great. There was
I've got
another. There was
I
another
don't know.
guy.
I might be able to tell this story.
Go right ahead.
At one point, Glenn Campbell was he was tied up with Tanya Tucker.
Yeah.
They were an item, the two of them. And a friend of mine had a recording studio in the valley, and they were doing some recording, and they had me come down too. Well, let's just say Glenn and Tanya were they were imbibing. They were feeling no pain. But the session was terrible. I mean, it was awful because nothing could get done because the two of them were just so out there during this point in time. So it's kind of horrible. I won't get into specifics, but you could just take it
Gotta
from
like
there.
the 70s, man.
Yeah, but you know, it's incredible that like you got to play with these incredible legends, dude. That's mind.
Oh, I know.
That's
Playing with Linda Ronstadt for 5 weeks was amazing. I was at the height right when "You're No Good" came out, and then "When Will I Be Loved" came out. It was right there. It was May of '75. I think it was May. I've got the itineraries. I don't have them handy, but I've got the itineraries. Yeah, but before that, when I was 22, I got hired to play with the Souther Hillman Furay band. That was J.D. Souther, the songwriter who wrote
from
the Eagles. Yeah, Chris Hillman from the Byrds and Richie Furay from Poco.
That's great, man.
I spent 5 weeks up in Netherland, Colorado with them, which was unbelievable. They bought me a great kit of drums. They paid me an enormous amount of money for that time. It was great. And then, in fact, Jim Gordon replaced me in that band.
Wow.
I got fired, but it was Jim. But
that's pretty incredible, though. These are like major people, man.
That's right. Years later, when I ran into J.D. Souther, he said to me, "Well, you must have been pretty good. Look who replaced you, Jim Gordon." And I just laughed. Yeah, okay, cool. He's of course he passed away last year. But, it was an amazing time because, to tell you the truth, I was just young and dumb and full of myself, and I wish I would have been a bit more centered. I wish I would have been a little older, a little more mature. I wish I would have been able to handle things a little better. But I was living the life and riding the ride, and it was great. I'm still riding the ride.
There you go, man. That's right on with that, man.
So what's your relationship what was your relationship with Rick Nelson?
I was with Rick 4 years, and it was great. That was the best band. That was the most rockin' fun band. We had a blast. I mean, we had Learjets, limousines, and satin jackets.
Dude, it's crazy.
That sounds like Ric Flair.
I played that song "Garden Party" by him.
Okay.
Yeah, he was cool.
Did you ever play any of the stuff off the album "Playing to Win"? The album that came out in '81 or '80, I think it was.
No.
Almost Saturday Night. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on Facebook that I'm on Facebook with Rick. The Tonight Show that we did. It's great.
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
Dude, that's really cool, man.
Thank you.
Cool. Really cool.
Yeah, I did a lot of Solid Golds. We did TV shows in Australia. And here, there's a lot of the Mike Douglas Show was another really great performance by the band. The band was always great, but the Tonight Show and the Mike Douglas Show are two. And the Tomorrow Show with Tom Snyder. That's another. And those are all live.
Douche.
No, what?
No, he was great.
I know, but
Snyder,
what year did Ricky Nelson die?
I remember watching it.
Snyder wasn't a douche. He showed nothing but respect. And when we were done playing, he was back at my kit with his hand outstretched to me to shake my hand. I mean, no, the dude had class.
I got a question for you. Back in the day, were some of those things lip synced in some of those studios?
Oh, of course they were. Almost all of them were.
Yeah.
But we went live as much as possible. On the Tonight Show, we were the first live band to go on after Johnny Carson had the Byrds on, and they used their time slot to tune. So Johnny Carson banned all rock and roll live groups from ever being on his show again. And then when we came up in 1980, the director, Freddie De Cordova, was good friends with the Nelson family, having directed their film, Here Come the Nelsons. And Rick just said, no, because they started to unload all of our equipment, and the guys went, no, you can't do that. So what they did is they put us over in the pit where the band was, and I had to play Ed Shaughnessy's drums, which if you watch that clip, if you watch that clip of Tonight Show, it's great because I'm just beating the hell out of Ed Shaughnessy's drums. And it's a great clip. Yeah, the whole band was over in the pit. And during the rehearsal, Rick went from center stage. He grew up with 3 cameras. He knew what to do. He went from center stage. He walked over to the pit where we all were. So he got all of us on camera, and we got paid very well for that.
Very cool.
So that was really cool. Rick knew what he was doing. He was quite the guy.
From the 50s, he was built for Hollywood.
What year did his plane crash? What year was that?
New Year's Eve, 1985.
So thank God you weren't on that.
I'm not supposed. Wasn't my time. And cocaine had absolutely nothing to do with that plane crash. Right. It was a faulty heater and pilot error.
The media blows everything out of proportion, dude.
Well, yeah, they made a lot of money off of that, trying to make it seem like it was cocaine fueled. But we were too poor. We couldn't afford cocaine. We did a lot of weed. Our band was about weed and women,
Right.
And what was it, Coors Light?
I'll tell you what I saw a clip of I was never really into them. Like, they were kind of goofy looking, but I just saw a clip of his kids playing. His kids sing incredible.
Oh, you're talking about
the Nelsons?
Nelson?
Yeah, their kids
Nelson are great.
Yeah, they sing incredible.
Oh, yeah, they're two very, very... I taught those kids how to play drums. Gunnar and Matthew, they're great.
Yeah, they were doing a thing from Norm's Guitars. They were playing acoustic guitars, and they were singing a bunch of tunes. Dude, their vocals were incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, the problem was that when they came out, they were too pretty. And they were so pretty that their music was overlooked.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I saw them doing their dad's songs, and dude, they did it ridiculous justice. They were incredible, dude, incredible.
Well, they are two great guys. They're both married. They have families. They live in Nashville. They tour incessantly all year. They put on great shows. They have great Christmas show they do every year. If you get a chance and they're in your neighborhood, go see them. Whenever they come through, and if I'm in a town and I go to the show, and they have me sit in for a couple tunes, which is kind of cool.
No, that's very cool, man.
But like I was saying, my buddy John really likes them. Like, has followed their whole career, and Joanne listens to them and stuff. But unfortunately, they look so good that people didn't
they're
take
good-looking guys,
serious.
man.
They're
pretty guys. Well, they take it. I think people take their music seriously now. When the crash happened.
At the time, when I'm sorry.
Well, everybody had long hair, and they were Swedish tortoises.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, they were grouped in with a bunch of guys with a lot of hair that didn't have talent.
Right.
And that was their problem. Because they went the pretty boy route. Had they gone,
they had more problems. Yeah, time was not kind to them back then, and they could have done with a lot more kindness than all the bullshit that was thrown. Like, I went to Guns N' Roses' last show at the Forum with the all original band except for Steven Adler. Matt Sorum was on drums.
So, like
87 exactly. 87. So
got it.
I'm at that infamous show where Axl doesn't show up until 1 a.m. in the morning. But anyway, while we're out there waiting after what was that? Was it Poison who opened? Where the hell were they?
I'm
going to go brain dead on you here. Anyway, the lead singer went out. He had long blonde hair too, but he went out here and he said, because the people were getting kind of unruly and stuff. And I remember he went out and said, "Look, this ain't no Nelson concert." It was kind of rude, but
the
boys have.
Because listen, I'm not going to be a dick, but Nelson's got way more talent than freaking Brett Michaels from
Poison.
Poison. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, no, it wasn't Brett Michaels. Thanks you. Yeah, they're good friends with Brett, though. Those guys, they're. I know they're good friends with him.
Yeah. It's funny because like when that '80s thing came, I'm still not into that. I just wasn't into it, dude. I was more into like
Don't-
the '60s and '70s music. I just wasn't into that, dude.
AJ
That's
covers,
cool, no.
AJ covers like the Allman Brothers, the Beatles, Pink Floyd. Who else do you cover? Your
Nice.
standard.
The Stones, Bowie,
Nice.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, Hendrix, you name it.
Nice.
He used to
I
do
play
a,
every.
Stevie
I
Ray-
work.
He used
I
to
work
do a
with this
Stevie
fella
Ray
out here
tribute
now.
before
His name is
tribute.
George
Yeah.
Fryer, and we play every Sunday at a dive bar with called Neptunes in Sunset Beach, which is just. He's been there for 22 years every Sunday. And we got quite a band together there. And then every Wednesday we play at a restaurant in Corona Del Mar called The Port, which is a different configuration. It's more like an acoustic thing. I only play a cymbal and a snare drum there and a conga. But and we play at another club called Jade in Long Beach twice a month. But it's cool. George is a really, really talented guy from Corona Del Mar. You can throw any song by anybody up at him and he'll do it pretty much on the spot.
Totally, just
Which is quite an amazing
encyclopedia
talent.
music.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I do. I do
Yeah.
a lot of
It's just-
acoustic gigs too, and I'll do anything from, like I said, everything we mentioned: Van Halen to the Beatles to the Stones to Glenn Campbell to Johnny Cash to B.J. Thomas. You name it, dude.
Yep.
You know.
You two would play
Just
great
George,
together.
other than Rick Nelson, this fella George Fryer that I play with, he's the best boss. Other than Rick, he's the best boss that I've ever worked with. He's he's totally cool. Guys love him and girls love him. This guy is he's got something special, and it's good feeling all the way around. So I feel really honored too that I came into his universe, because I'm just sort of hanging out here right now, doing the beach thing. And I'll say, well, I'm going to be 74 in a couple months. So, like I said, I'm still above ground.
Well, you know what? You could be 74 and not living near the beach, and you could be in some
That's
cold
right.
area, and you could be just behind the counter saying, "How many croissants would you like, sir? You've lived everything in your
No, I
life." and
can't stand up
I have-
anymore, Howard. That'll never happen. My legs are gone.
I've lived my dreams of being an international drummer through you, and thanks for teaching me a
I
lot.
appreciate that. But you got to go over and play in you got to go play in over there in the islands and stuff. I've never done that.
Well,
I've
you'll
always
do it
wanted
again.
to do that. I've never done that. You can get me a gig doing that if I come down there?
Yeah, as you know, it's hard to find a good band. If you're
That's
good, you're
for
already
sure.
taken. And if you're,
Yeah.
or if that's what it is, and it's about convenience. Now, AJ, you play within 20 minutes of your house, 15 different places, correct?
Yeah. I
You're
don't
not
travel.
going anywhere.
That's great.
You're not going 3 hours out of your way anymore.
No, I'm done
Um,
traveling. This week beat me to fuck up. I had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then
Oh, yeah. I couldn't do that anymore. I did 4 days this past week. 2 of those days I had to use a full drum set, and that pretty much killed me.
yeah, this
Yeah.
kills me.
The load up. Because I'm having some physical challenges at the moment, so that aren't going to get any better. So,
This week I got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the following week's going to be a nightmare because I got Tuesday, Wednesday.
how old are you?
57.
Oh, you're a child.
Oh, dude, I'm not. The following week is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 on Saturday, and then a Sunday.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it's what it is, man. I don't know.
I play with in George's band. It's a 2-drummer band too. I play conga, and Dave Good, a phenomenal drummer, is the main drummer, kit player with George. So I play conga, and Dave plays drums, and he's just one of the nicest guys and one of the best. A phenomenal player, and we have a lot of fun doing that.
You know what I should have took?
I like
instead
that.
of all his equipment. I should have took up the bell. All you gotta do is bring that.
Yeah, exactly. Triangle.
Triangle, yeah.
I'm like third seated triangle.
Do you know who the guitar player Frank Marino is?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Mahogany
listen,
Rush.
Listen, he's
Dave
You have a
Dave
Mahogany
Good was
Rush
Frank.
story.
Dave Good is Frank Marino's drummer.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a true story about Frank. So in 2000, like 2 or 3, he came out with a new live album, and Frank Marino is one of the most underrated rock and roll guitar players to ever live. In my
That's
opinion.
right.
And so I wrote him because he did a version of Red House. Like, I'm a big Hendrix fan, and I know people are gonna hate me. He smoked Jimi Hendrix on his version of Red House. So I wrote him and I said, didn't think he was going to answer me back. I said, yo, bro, what scale are you using? It's incredible. And he wrote me back and he said, thanks so much, man. He goes, I don't know. I'm like a singer. I play by ear. So I wrote him again. I said, dude, you are mind blowing incredible. He was actually a really cool dude, man. I think he's not.
Yeah, well, if you've seen his concert live at the Agora, that's Dave Good on drums.
Yeah, but I don't think I think he's got health issues where he hasn't been playing lately.
Yeah, he had cancer.
Is that what
Yeah.
it was?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what it is. It's cancer. Yeah.
Because I think at one point he had some kind of immune system thing where he was having a hard time with his fingers or something too.
Oh yeah, he could have. There could have been other things involved, but Dave is his drummer. Dave's going to. He's going to be doing some recording in the near future here, and Dave's going to fly up to Canada and record. He wants Dave to come up and do it with him. So Dave, either that, or he'll just send Dave the tapes, and Dave will do it in the studio.
Yeah, I'll tell
One or
you
the
what,
other. I'm not sure which.
Frank Marino is ridiculously an incredible guitar player. End of story.
Amen.
Well, that gives you some idea of how good Dave Good must be to be able to play with the guy.
Yeah, I mean that's how good Frank Marino is, dude. I don't think, in my
I
opinion,
know.
he's one of the most underrated guitar players to ever live. And
Yeah,
you know, like,
absolutely.
real musicians, guitar players, that's all they do is talk about the guy because he's that incredible.
Yep. Yeah, because
So
the
what, Doug?
opportunities anymore.
Hey, Doug, I was going to ask you who influenced you drumming wise?
Who what?
Who influenced you drumming, Doug? Who really just was like,
Well,
wow,
Louis
this guy is
Belson and
ridiculous.
Buddy Rich did and Elvin Jones and Sonny Payne. That was the way, big bands and jazz. But then if you go over into rock and roll, of course, you got Jim Gordon, which was my major influence in rock and roll was Jim Gordon, of course. And of course, I got to do open a couple shows. We got to open a couple shows for Led Zeppelin in 1968. So that was pretty cool. All right, here's one of my John Bonham.
Wow.
Yeah, here's what we were playing, the Ice Palace, which was an ice skating rink in Las Vegas. It was the year that Elvis was making his comeback at the MGM. It was a Sam Riddle show. We were the opening group. And during our set, I hear this loud, all this cacophony of sounds coming from, and we were up at a race stage. And I look behind me, and there's Bonham sitting down in his kit, just flailing away in the middle of our set. So I stand up and I look down at him and I yell out, "Hey, motherfucker, we're doing a show up here." I'm just an 18-year-old kid. What do I know? He looks up, gives me the finger. Well, I take my sticks. Now, this is a true story. I take my sticks. I throw them down at him. I hit him right in the middle of the chest. They bounce off. He looks up at me. He puts up his hands. He gets up and he walks backwards away from the drums.
That's great, dude.
And then at the end of the show, I had a 20-minute drum solo at the end of our set. During my solo, the guys would come out and they'd take away one piece of the kit at a time, a cymbal, a tom, a drum, until it was only me and a snare drum. And then they'd pick me up, pick the snare drum up, and I'd go off the stage just wailing on the snare drum. Well, I got a long ovation that night. And the following morning, we were called down to the promoters, and I had to sign a contract that I would not do another drum solo during the tour when we were on the bill with Led Zeppelin.
Wow. Now, did you get to meet Jimmy Page or any of them, or not really?
Yeah, but we were just kids, man. I was like 17, 18 years old, man. Yeah, I met him, but it was very fast.
Right.
And they hadn't succumbed. They hadn't succumbed really to the rock and roll lifestyle that was coming their way. This is at the very beginning, their first American tour.
Yeah, but that's pretty crazy. Like, I don't know anyone in my life that could say that. That's mind blowing, man.
Right?
Yeah, right. Jesus, dude.
So young. Yeah, I got to see. I was lucky being in Anaheim at Disneyland where I was because everybody came. They either played at Disneyland or they played at Melodyland, which is a theater in the Round across the street from Disneyland. They had shows, like I said, with like all the shows where the big bands would come and play there. Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Johnny Carson would be there. I mean, all sorts of people would from successful plays to
Martin.
musicals. Yeah, well, Steve Martin lived a block away from us when we were on Jeanette Lane.
And then Dean Martin and the Rat Pack. You're
Yeah.
outside of Burbank, and also on a sad note, and we were there together, I believe. Knott's Berry Farm's gone.
No, Knott's Berry Farm's still there.
No, they shut down all operations about 2 weeks ago. They're done.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
I haven't heard a thing. I'll have to go by
Yeah.
and see.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard a thing about that. Well, they were
from
owned by
my youth-
Japanese. The whole place had changed. When the Japanese took it over, it really went into the dumpster. The food
So,
was
I don't
still
know-
great. I mean,
I don't know if you can stick around. AJ and I got a few games that we like to play and some stupid facts and stuff like that. You're welcome to stick around. You told me you were on a time crunch. You got a gig tonight?
no, it's just I'm at a friend's. I'm at one of my friend's places. I still got a few minutes. I'll hang. Let's see what's going on.
AJ,
Hey, thanks a lot, you guys. This has been a lot of fun. I'll do it again.
Doug,
sure
man,
hope so, Doug.
nice meeting you, brother. You rock, dude. You got
Nice meeting you too, man.
Dude, listen,
This is a lot of fun.
You play with some ridiculous, incredible people, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've been really my talent took me many, many places. I've been really lucky, really blessed to have been in some incredible situations with people. Really have been.
Like it's more than incredible. It's mind-blowing legends that you played with. That's ridiculous, dude.
No,
I
thank
have
you.
to tell
I
you,
appreciate.
AJ, you guys become friends online, but also too, you got to check out some of AJ's video, and Doug, you got to run some video. Your hands are great hands. And that is, for me, anyone can pound drums and learn beats and just between the cardio and the repetition they can play. But when you have a feel or you have the ability to, drop in those beautiful buzz and I can't even explain.
Ghost notes. It's called ghosting.
Well, ghost
Ghosting.
notes, yeah. But ghosting and yeah, I'm at that point now that I'm playing with those everywhere now. But the point is just the free flow that you have. It's like a guy trying to fix your old pinball machine. They're not there anymore.
No, right. You hit it on the head. Thank you. That's a great analogy.
The craftsmanship, the love of the instrument, whether it's a 4-piece or a 12-piece that night, it makes no difference. And it's just incredible. And again, what AJ says, who you played with and how they influenced you, and you influenced me in many respects. So thank you very much. And let's talk about, guess what album came out today in 1975?
You tell me.
One of our favorites, AJ.
Oh boy, go ahead.
Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti.
Dude,
There you go.
that is definitely I didn't know that, but that's definitely my favorite Led Zeppelin album of all time.
Okay, 1986.
Not gonna lie.
Surprising that he's going on tour. Ozzy's Ultimate Sin.
I love Ozzy, dude.
I met Ozzy.
Ozzy is going on tour. Is he really?
He's going on tour. He's going on one show.
Dude,
I met him at the
All
Chamonix Mall
right.
with Black Sabbath on the reunion tour, and it was an incredible experience. I was probably the last person at the wall-to-wall sound to get his autograph and meet the band. And this was before his TV show, and he was out of it before then, dude.
Dude, I gotta tell you a funny story about Ozzy.
Sure, go ahead.
So
I'm gonna light one up. You guys mind?
go ahead. The day before Live Aid, there used to be this show in Philadelphia called People Are Talking.
Oh
with
yeah.
Richard, with Richard Bay, and her name was Liz Starr.
Yeah,
Long
Richard
story
Bay.
short, Ozzy's on there, and me and this other guy, the last two guys, that like get a picture with him. So Liz Starr goes, "No more pictures, no more autographs," and I'm like crushed. I go, "Yo, Oz," I go, "What the fuck, man?" Dude, he goes, "Fuck him, man, come on." So I got my arm. Listen, I still got the picture
How cool is that?
I was
Nice.
16 years old. Listen, the shit Ozzy was saying, I've never heard anyone in my motherfucking life say. Like he's like, she won't let you go to fucking hit her with a baseball bat in her ass. And I'm looking at him in the picture and I'm smiling. So my girlfriend at the time goes, "You had the dumbest look on your face." I go, "Dude, I've never heard an adult talk like that in my whole entire life." But he was the coolest, most nicest guy I've ever met in my
When I
life.
met Ozzy, he was so nice and cordial, but he had a real difficult time signing his signature back then.
Well, he said he just got out of Betty Ford. He was talking about being straight.
Well, you know, when they were, I mean, you're talking about cereal boxes full of blow for years.
Hey, Doug, weren't you there, dude?
I said you're talking about cereal boxes full of blow for years.
Wow.
When they were at that Sunset Sound recording, yeah, the stories of him at Sunset Sound and all the blow that came in there was phenomenal, just unbelievable.
So, Doug, did you ever record
for those guys?
You ever record there? At that Sunset.
I'm sorry, what?
You ever
He's
recorded
asking if you ever recorded at Sunset
Sound.
Sound.
Oh yeah,
Really? That's.
I was lucky to. I got to record at all the studios: Sunset Sound, the Record Plant, all of them.
Wow.
Alrighty, some shout outs here. Roberta Flack passed away today. Rest in peace.
Well,
Yeah, that's sad. But she had her time. 88 years is a good run.
Damn right. I hope I live that long.
We're at that period in our life right now where all of our friends and contemporaries are going. You know, I've lost so many in the last 5 years, and you know, you don't even want to look at in the morning to see who's gone today. On the other hand, my
Thorogood.
What's that?
my ex
Happy birthday, George Thorogood.
My close friend Debbie Lyons is leaving for on tour tomorrow with Heart. So Heart's going out again.
There you go. Well, that brings us into our next segment.
Happy birthday to AJ.
Happy birthday, AJ.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
We play this other thing. If they're going out on tour, would you be willing to see them? And there's a lot of people going on tour, Doug. The money's in the touring, apparently.
Go ahead.
No, the money's in the merch.
Exactly. The beers and the merch. You ready?
Yeah.
The money is in the merch.
Okay. Heart, would you go see him, AJ?
Nah.
They would blow your... Hell yes. Those guys in the band are seriously good musicians. Those guys can kick anybody's ass.
Okay. Well, next band.
The players would blow you away. Their show is great. And Ann, I mean, Ann has the respect of Robert Plant. Nobody does Stairway to Heaven better than Ann. And Nancy was quite the guitarist. She has hardcore arthritis now, so she has her guitarist backing up her playing. But still, the level of musicianship that those guys are at, that's why they get paid the big bucks.
You know, on a side note, Rush was actually pretty tight with Heart too. And Geddy and Alex are just biting at the bit, but they're just not doing anything. They, you know, they're jamming together and stuff like that, but that just hurts my heart. Okay, would you go see Seven Dust?
Don't even know. No, not a chance.
Would you see? I don't expect Doug to know who they are. Would you go see Usher?
Not a chance.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not into that stuff. He's a great artist, but I'm not into him.
Would you see Justin Timberlake?
No.
Hell yeah, I love Justin Timberlake.
Look at this. Doug at 4 years old is loving Justin. We're like, fuck Justin. All right, here we go.
Justin Timberlake, man, that boy is from Muscle Shoals. Come on.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Van Morrison.
He's from Muscle Shoals.
Who is it?
Would you go see Van Morrison?
Yeah.
No, he sucks.
Really?
Van Morrison totally sucks. George went and saw him last year, and everybody who went and saw his show is so disappointing. He doesn't play any of the hits. He won't talk to the audience.
Oh,
and his show is so boring.
One of my wife's favorite songs is "Into the Mystic." She loves that song.
Okay, would you go see Little Feat?
No.
Hell yes.
Really?
I don't even know.
Why wouldn't you want to see Little Feat?
I think there's one original member of the band.
Well, yeah, you've got, I think, a couple in there, but once again, those players who are carrying the torch are phenomenal players. Now you got two: Kenny Gradney on bass. You got the guitar player, the keyboard player, I think, Billy Payne. I mean, yeah, nobody could ever replace Richie, the drum, Richie Hayward. His drumming
Yeah.
was so unique and so fucking. He was a good friend of mine and so special. I never played the same thing twice.
Well, like
Never
he
played. It
said,
used to piss Lowell George off so much. When I was with Linda, Lowell George came in and taught us Willen. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's when I really liked him with Lowell George. He was incredible.
Well, hell yes.
all right. And
This has
what
been
else
really
do I
fun, you
have?
guys.
Pantera.
Not a chance in hell.
Never.
No, I'm not. Nah, I'm not a Pantera guy.
My head is still rocking from seeing Motorhead in like '88.
Yeah, you know what?
That was the loudest concert I ever went to in my life. It was maybe 8-foot ceilings. It was like a Buff Stones.
Yeah, but listen, I still
Mine was Vanilla Fudge at the Golden Bear.
Oh, we saw him.
Oh,
Yeah, we got to meet Carmine. What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think of Carmine, Doug?
Yeah, he's great. He always has been. He and his brother, yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, he definitely taught a lot of people how to play basic beats very well.
Oh yeah, no, damn straight he did. And of course, if you're gonna mention Carmen, you got to go over to the Rascals and mention Dino
Yeah.
Dinelli. Dino Dinelli was absolutely phenomenal. What he did with those drums. Nobody played like him since him. He was a monster on the kit.
I suggest anybody who's into those guys to read his book. I bought his book from him, and the book is really, really good, and it tells you a lot about what went on back then.
In the 70s and
Carmen's
60s,
book?
it was kind of a lot going on there.
Carmen Apice's book, yeah, it was phenomenal, well written.
Cool.
Now, this is the part of the story that's story time with AJ. Doug, you may want to stick around for this, but if you are, I would recommend some earmuffs. I'm going to bring up two subjects, and AJ's going to elaborate what's happened this week in AJ's life. Subject number one, the fiasco in Jenkintown.
well, somehow I got brought into this fucking bullshit fucking politic thing, which, listen, it's America, man. My best friends voted for the other party and we're best friends. That's what America is all about. I don't give a fuck.
That's right. That's right.
But what the guy said that I didn't like I was brought into this, Howard, and he said to the guy,
AJ, I apologize. This is one thing I didn't do. This show is all about humor. Do not say or do anything that we discuss. This is all about a good time. We do not take us for responsible for your own actions. Continue. That's our disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen. Entertainment purposes only.
So the guy brought me in this conversation, and then this guy Lou, this jerk off, wrote, "Oh, you keep good company with AJ Slick. Now I know you got great friends. He's a Lou," like starting shit. So, but what he said was pretty much like someone should shoot Trump and kill him. Now,
oh, stop.
Now,
Just
right,
stop.
now, right. So I took offense to it because, listen, dude, like, I didn't vote for Biden, but I would never shoot the guy. You don't shoot our fucking president.
No, we all come together on that, no matter what. That's our figurehead. And if it's just like, hey, no one's gonna beat my kid except for me.
Right. So listen.
That's right.
So so me and this guy Lou had issues years ago. He's like a Facebook tough guy that wants to beat everybody up and he doesn't want to fight. So years ago, he threatened to come to my gig and shoot me in my fucking head with a gun.
Well, that's not right.
Right, which he never did. So long story short, I didn't bring it on social media. We went in inbox and me and this guy were arguing. I said, bro, listen, I'm too old to be arguing with you, man. Like, I'm not going to play your fucking game where we're going to go back and forth. If you're that much of an asshole, I said, I'll drive up to your neighborhood. And I will fucking meet you and we'll settle this like we did in the old days. Well, he didn't want to do it. And he was calling me fucking names. Like, I think he is Jewish, but he was calling me a dirty Jew. He was calling me all this shit.
Well, this guy's a loser. This guy is a loser.
Guys.
So, but like an asshole, I curse him out and I call him shit too. But then what he does, we're in the inbox. He posted all on his page. but he doesn't post what he says to me.
Of
He'll
course
post me
not.
Of
attacking
course
him.
not.
So then
Of
he calls
course.
up. He calls up the gig on Saturday night, and he says, "If you let AJ play, I can't guarantee my friends ain't going to shoot the club up."
Oh, boy.
Oh, this guy needs to go to jail.
Well, right. So they canceled me this fucking gig, but because I play so much, I wound up getting a better gig at the Ronhurst, where
Nice.
you know it made up for it. But like it's just insanity, dude. Like people are crazy. Unless I said our whole lives, you voted for him, I voted for him, you voted for him. We never argue. We don't give a shit, man. And I
Just
keep
do
telling these people.
something.
Hey,
And listen,
our parents could be on each side of the table, opinionate different sides, and still sit down to dinner together. You know?
100%, dude. And it's like, and that Howard, that's the outcome of the story. The guy's a fucking asshole. He plays in an
Sounds like it.
He plays in an Allman Brothers tribute band that I'm sorry to say it, I don't like to say it, but they fucking suck.
What was
And
that?
they got no gigs.
Oh, the first time I met Greg Allman, he asked me where he could buy some weed. I was 15 years old.
And listen, though, I love the Allman Brothers. And Greg Allman, to me, was one of the greatest white blues singers around. Greg Allman was.
Hell yeah.
I get to hear him at Muzak here in Florida. He's like so revered.
Yeah, and listen, like, dude, like, I love all that. I love all the music. I love Skynyrd. I love the Allmans. I love Hendrix.
My
I love
old road manager, Gary Hurstis, was with him when he passed away. He was his road manager at the time.
Yeah, but like I said, this guy Lou, he's just a zero. His band's got no work. And that was my thing on Facebook. I said, dude, you keep running your fucking mouth, but the bottom line is I'm playing 6-7 nights a week. You have no work. So I must have hit hard, and then he called the club up threatening to shoot the club up if I played.
I saw his last gig was like 2019, and I watched some of it, and it just didn't thrill me. But
Well, listen, I'm not
So
gonna be
petty, man.
no, but the
So
point was
petty, so wrong.
2019.
What was that? I'm not gonna be a dick. They're not horrible, dude. But with an attitude like that and being such a jerk off like that, no one should ever go see Live at the Fillmore. That's the name of the band. They're jerk offs, dude. Like they're not. Like all he does too is put down other musicians. Like he's that much of a jerk off, dude.
That sounds like a real loser guy to me. There's just no
Yeah.
place in my world for that.
No,
So.
and you know what?
Hey, you guys, have a good one. I got to wrap this up for me anyway.
Hey, Doug,
Thank
take
you
it
very
easy.
much.
And what do I say every
Yeah, we'll
morning?
do this again.
You got
Good
it,
morning.
man.
Don't be a shitty person today, Doug. I love you. Take care, man.
I love you too, Howard. Thank you so much for having me. It was great meeting you, and we'll do it again. This is great. Thank you.
Peace out, brother.
See ya.
All right. So AJ, that was our evening with Doug. Doug
Dude, that
Altman,
dude
everybody. You can follow him on Facebook. He's
Yeah,
a
listen,
friend of
dude, he
mine on Facebook, and just like all you guys watching, hopefully you're following and you're friends of mine as
Yo,
well.
listen, dude. He played with some fucking major big wigs, dude.
Stop.
No, dude. Listen, dude. Like I'm impressed with stupid shit like that. These most people don't know. Like, listen, Glenn Campbell, dude. Like what?
No
the
shit.
fuck?
I told you.
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, and then he threw his sticks at John Bonham. Who the
How
fuck
fucking
could say
great. I didn't
that?
even know that.
That's
Who could
hysterical.
who could say that? Dude?
AJ, I gotta tell you, this fucking guy's got incredible fucking hands. He complimented me as well when I would play in this set. He likes the way I play and all, but I don't have it. He that's what he does. You know, if I was and again, if I spent 50 hours or 60 hours a week like you, you know it, I'd be like real good, but not fucking amazing like this fucking guy.
Dude, let me ask you a question. I'm looking at this. I don't even know what the fuck this means. Who the
you
fuck
got?
is Jason Cano?
Oh, Cano is a buddy of mine. He's out of his fucking
He's-
mind.
Yeah, but what
Cano.
the fuck is FBI direct? What's that?
Oh, the new FBI director, Dan Borgino became deputy FBI director today.
All right, I don't know, but
He-
I just want to let Jason know. The
Scroll up,
Eagles are the
Joe. Let me-
Super Bowl champion, motherfucker.
Oh boy.
He was baiting you the whole time.
Yeah, so here's the
AJ.
deal. Let's
I
talk
just
a little
told you
Eagles.
Does.
I want to also mention this too, and I researched this. There was a story that the Eagles would not be going to the White House. It's 100% fake. The White House hasn't even reached out to them yet.
There
just
we
to
go.
let you know. So that's how shitty sports can be nowadays. They haven't even reached out to the team, and there's rumors that all the Eagles players have said that they're not going to go. I was going to rag on you today, but before I even did, I checked up on it. It was bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, there's also another bullshit rumor that the Eagles are talking Rodgers. You see that?
I saw it. No, I saw it was a Giants.
No, I just saw it today. The Eagles are talking. The Eagles
See,
don't
it's
want.
bullshit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I just pulled it up and it says a source close to the Eagles told this person, this writer, we'd be honored to visit the White House. It's one of the things we've looked forward to doing.
Right.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So what
dude.
did we learn today, ladies and gentlemen? You can't believe anything you hear nowadays. AJ, where are you playing this week?
Tomorrow Sweeney's, Wednesday Dagwood's, Thursday Penny's, Friday my brother's Irish pub.
I didn't know your brother had an Irish pub.
Yeah. Saturday Reese's in Warminster, and I'm off this Sunday. Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah, like too much, dude. My wife's fucking killing me, dude.
Where is your beautiful wife?
Yeah,
Yo,
well,
I come here. Howard wants to see you. Come here. You're not sleeping. You slept all fucking day.
Yeah, right. Well,
up
that's
all
the
night,
life of
slept
rock.
all day.
That's
Show
the
me
life of a
everything.
rock star's
Fucking-
wife.
She's fucking wimpy. She goes, I hung and party with you Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Or
Someone's got to
Friday.
make sure you get home.
Not even Thursday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I've been since Tuesday.
I called Tom Snyder a douche, and my cousin went nuts.
Yeah, watch this. Eileen, would you call me? Because I said I'd been doing it since Tuesday. I said, when you were crying, I said, dude, I've been doing this since Tuesday. Would you tell me I was a beast? That's what she said. You're just a fucking
Wow.
beast.
Fucking beast.
Well, come on.
And
party since
listen.
Tuesday, yeah.
Listen, she ain't talking about in the bedroom either.
No. So who do we want to shout out? Kali, good evening, sir. Thanks for watching us tonight. Who else? Huh? John Utz, hey, thanks for watching and support us. Make sure you like us on Facebook. If you like me or want to follow me, go ahead. Yeah, I've got friends all over the world, apparently a lot in Nigeria.
Izzy, Wingo, Sean Clark.
Oh, hey, what's up, son? What's up,
Linda.
Q?
Linda.
What's up, Linda?
Josh Latour.
Josh, go
Nancy,
Bucks.
Nancy Smith.
You know, the Bucks are actually
Karen Clark.
are not a long shot. They say the Bucks have a really good shot of actually getting to the Super Bowl next year because of our division and because hey, easy there, AJ.
Relax. we
When
don't
you
need
look
to
about when you
die.
think about the last 5 years, we've been in it, she's been in it, and you've been in it. We've had a very charming 5 years together.
Yo,
We've all
listen.
been in the bucket for the last
Yeah.
20.
You know who's not going to be in it next year? Kansas City.
Bullshit. We're coming. We're coming.
Yeah,
for you.
listen. Howard don't know, but me and Eileen have a date with her in March. We have a date with Joanne.
Oh yeah, I know about that shit.
Yes, that is true.
What
We
other
have a
notes
da-
do I
we
have here
do
for-
have a date. I can't
You've
wait.
got you're gonna hang out with my
I'm
wife.
super psyched.
She might even go live, and we'll go live, and she'll get me in. We'll do
This
that.
is going to be great. I wish you were coming, Howard.
Yeah, I'll be coming later, but
Ah, you weirdo.
yeah. That's actually no, I'm stuck. I just I banished myself to paradise. That's what I had to do it, AJ.
All right.
Yeah, next week my buddy Blair's gonna come on, and then are you gonna be here around next week? Yeah, next week,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
following week.
No, I'm here all
Okay.
the time. I made sure I was back for the podcast.
Blair used to front our band, and
He was also a Broadway star.
he's also a Broadway guy. He's a great guy. Blair came into our tryouts and he said, "Hey, my name's Blair, and I'm not gay."
Yeah, as he handed us
That was,
shot.
yo, I kept that in my head, but I didn't say it, but you brought it out. So there we go.
And
it was
and I
fun.
have to tell you something. Out of all the people that I had the pleasure to be in a band with, this guy Blair could cover anything we threw at him. You know what I mean? And you take the time to craft the sounds of these bands. You pick and choose your songs. You know what's best for you. This guy, we would just throw him shit, and he would just do the very best he could, and was a solid A-, B+ on most stuff, like Jungle Boogie.
Jungle Book.
The guy's like 5'9", 5'10" white guy. You know what I mean? And just we would just throw him this shit, and by next week he would get it done. And I'm looking forward to having him on the show.
Dude,
And-
when I was a kid, that's fucked up. He brought that. I used to have the little record player with the Jungle Book, and I used to sing the songs. My mom would make me sing the songs while the album would go on.
Nice. That's
How
awesome.
crazy is that? Yeah, can I do something? I just want everyone to see. Hang on.
yeah, go ahead, man.
What a butt pirate looks like.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
That's hysterical.
Joanne, you can send Joanne the link. She'll put it up.
Yeah, Lou Maraska, he's a fucking piece of
I
shit.
sent you the link. I got a question, or I want to tell you a story. So then, my grandfather passed away about 40 years ago, 43 years ago, and I was going through some of my cassettes, right, AJ?
Right?
And I found these cassettes, and I remembered. So that this weekend, I bought a cassette to USB recorder boombox, and I was able to hear my grandfather play harmonica like when I was a kid.
Really?
And now that I actually understand a 10% of music,
Right?
because music is forever growing, and how you understand it, but I think I
It's
understand
completely
about
vast.
10% of it, but I didn't as a kid. I see the influences that my grandfather's playing. I hear just certain things that I would have never picked up on when I was listening to him as a kid, and it was so intriguing. Some of his harmonica, he just played harmonica, and then some buddy of his came in and started playing a little ukulele. This was probably recorded in like 78.
Wow.
And he was about 71 years old, and it sounds like the music in the back of, what did I say? In the back of what was it? Oh man, it was it
See
sounded like music in the back
that
of a
hippie love shit made you.
oh no.
No.
Like the
Old
back,
school.
like maybe like in the 30s or 40s.
Yeah, it was like very
It
old
sounded like
school.
the background of music of watching the Hardy Brothers, or music like if they were in a malt shop,
Yeah,
Right.
that's what you said. If they were in a
See,
malt shop,
you know,
what would
something
hear
like
behind
that.
you.
and it was like, wow. But it also had more like a Jewish European kind of skip to it.
So there was
And
like
then
a
people would
Havana
talk.
killing. Then.
Oh.
Yeah, and then they would stop and talk for a minute, and then he was out doing something, and a phone rang, and it was so weird to hear an old school phone.
He
ring.
recorded this on like a Panasonic fucking single recording deck thing with like the counter that went like this, and
It
just
was incredible.
it time capsuled me, man. So I got it on digital files now.
Yeah, was your voice all high in the audio?
No, I wasn't in it. It was just my grandfather's.
Oh, okay, just him. I thought you were talking in there.
No,
No,
with his
no, it's my grandfather.
his
Gotcha.
Like from the
grandmother,
dead.
and like
Wow, that's
people
great.
that
Dude.
people that knew them that were in that. You know,
Yeah. Like
So-
I
So 78, we were both 10 years old.
I was like 8, 9 years old when he did this on his little cassette player.
So
in
Howard,
his
how old are
tub.
you, man?
I'm 57. Like
Yeah,
you.
you're my age. You would have been like 9 years old.
Yeah, like 9 years old.
Yeah.
And the thing was really cool because it sounded like they were like, I don't know, kind of like that. Who's that To the Moon guy? What's it called? The Honeymooners. So it felt like they were in an
North-
Yeah,
apartment or a
it's yeah.
condo, and it had and it had that feel of how you see that show. It really,
Right.
even though it wasn't visual, it was audio.
But a little Borscht Belt
Yeah,
too.
it
You
was
know,
really
a little
cool.
bit of Brooklyn.
Right. Ralph
there. It
Cramden.
was-
That's a great show to Honeymooners, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I
But
still
that's the
watch
feel
I
it
still
had.
watch the reruns of it, dude.
That was a great show.
Well, it's the basis of pretty much 50% of the sitcoms they're ever made.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you think about the Flintstones, and you think about the Jetsons, and you think about they're all based off that.
Yeah, it's all the
Right.
husband and wife, and then everything that happens around them.
I
So
did a-
nice
did a-
listening to Doug. Definitely interesting. Hey, I got to tell you, my cousin Doug was my idol growing up, and when I mean it, AJ, this fucking guy had gear, and I
Yeah.
was young. I knew about gear back then. I was like, holy shit! His room was wall to wall drums.
Wow.
I went out there. My mom and dad were getting divorced. My mom went out there for the summer. We stayed at their place, then rented a place down the street. Their house was badass. It was like fucking 4,000 square foot ranch house, and with a pool and just like a family, another like recreational house. And he had this big ass fucking bedroom. And it just, dude, I walked in there. I was like, Jesus, look at all these drums. and I wanted to be a drummer. That was it.
I wanted to be a drummer too, but my mom wouldn't put up with it. She's like, told me to pick up the fucking violin, but I picked up the guitar.
You know, you're a good guitarist, but you probably wouldn't be such a good drummer because you're a beat off.
I'd be angry. I'd be super angry the whole time, dude.
Straight out fucking Anthrax.
Yeah, yeah, right,
Poor
dude.
drum set.
Fucking angry.
Dude, I just see you just kicking the shit out of just like literally kicking your drums over.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy, dude, man. But
Is that your dog?
yeah, the fucker's crap.
All right,
Oh,
man.
hold on. I'll show you our dog.
Yeah, our dog's really in protection mode here. She's now pulling off of me.
Dude, listen, my dog is like 100, 110 pounds and he sleeps with me. Doesn't matter where the fuck I go. Like in the
Dude.
middle of the night, I try to disappear and get away from him. I swear to God, he knows. He gets right up and follows me. And like in my bed's huge. It doesn't matter if I'm all the way across the wall. He crushes me against the wall, but he's got to be right on top of me, dude.
This guy's a back runner. He slides behind your back. He'll
Watch it.
push you out of a bed. He's a bed bully.
Hang on, I'll show you. Come here, Fletch. Show them. Come here. Look up, dude. Where the fuck you at? Come here, Fletch. That's my fucking leg. Hang on.
So what are you drinking tonight, AJ? I saw you pour something a little earlier.
Yeah, I'm drinking vodka and Coke.
All right, that's tonight's choice. And what were you smoking? Did you try the RSO?
Dude, that's not RSO, man. It's just an RSO needle thing that you can put in your mouth, but it's like some kind of lemonade strawberry drink. Nancy Smith got it for me for my birthday, so I got to try it. But I need a day to mentally regroup. I just am smoking the weed and drinking, man, right now.
Nancy kind of likes the idea of you on violin.
Nancy likes that, yeah.
Dude, you need to break out a violin
Liz.
and
Liz
do
has
it
said it
a
too.
little Jimmy Page. Wow, wow. Wow, wow.
I mean, dude, it's funny because listen to me, dude. I was really sick. Thank God, knock on wood, I'm not sick no more. So I didn't smoke for like swear to God, like a month and a half. I just been drinking. And yesterday was the first day I smoked in a long time. I felt like $1 million fucking dollars, dude. $1 million, dude.
$1 million.
Dude, it's just such a great feeling, dude.
1 million.
Hey, this is why this is transparent. So
But listen, the only thing I like, dude, the reason why I like drinking keeps me up. Sometimes smoking crashes me. It doesn't matter if I smoke
really
indica or whatever the fuck it is. No matter what I smoke, I get the same effects, dude.
drinking fucking just knocks me down.
Nah, dude. Now certain things might, but like I was on this kick for like about a month, 2 months, this Jack Daniels thing, but that tore my stomach up, so I'm back on the vodka. But I'm trying to.
You sounded like Tommy, dude. That was his two go-tos: vodka and Jack.
Yeah, well, like like what I'm trying to do now is like mix it with soda. Like sometimes when I get fucking drunk though, like I'll just drink it straight the vodka. That's where it turns into a nightmare.
Yeah. It's kind of like mainlining freak. That's like doing straight up dabs for breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, but dude, it's funny. We I had pink eye last week, dude.
That sucks, especially when we get older. That shit really blows.
Dude, it wouldn't go away. So I went out to eat with my kids, and I still wasn't feeling good on like Sunday, Monday, whatever the fuck it was. It was last Monday, and I get home. My kid wants me to go to the doctor because I got fucking end-stage liver cancer. I'm yellow from drinking and everything. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I got fucking pink eye, bro.
Are you yellow today, AJ?
No, I don't know. I think my blood pressure's high because I'm a little bit red from drinking. It looks like. What do you think?
Yeah, but you're not yellow from fucking hep.
Definitely.
No.
You don't have jaundice. You don't have
No.
fucking
I'm
colon cancer, right? You good?
listen, I'm gonna shave this and I'm gonna join Nelson. I'll be good looking again.
Dude.
They're actually playing by us.
That's the thing. Doug didn't get that. They were so talented, but they were fucking gorgeous at a time that gorgeous musicians got fucking jobs because they blew.
Well, the gorgeous musicians, yeah, because they brought the girls in. They
You
would
know?
get a good
Exactly.
lead singer or something to bring that looked good, whether he could sing
I
or
mean,
not.
They
Bring
got
chicks in.
they got bunched in with Poison. They got bunched in with fucking Warrant. They got bunched in with fucking just all of them. Cinderella and just those hair metal guys. They got bunched in with them, and they were really musicians. Those
Yeah.
other guys matured to be musicians. They were musicians at that time, looking that good. There's a big difference. Their daddy had them running for 15 years before they hit that ground running.
Fuck up, dude. I think
Here, boy.
there's a fucking
Here, boy.
a cat or a fucking something. You know what, dude? You know,
It's probably a squirrel,
Here, boy.
look at him. He's all crazy.
maybe a raccoon.
Yeah. No. You're not coming back in here, you fucker.
Do we have any questions for us, AJ? Someone just mentioned Fletcher. Who's Fletcher?
What's that?
Who's Fletcher?
My dog.
I know, but someone's Nancy Fletcher. Hey, Nancy. Nancy.
AJ, they do want to know if you're going to ever play the violin.
No, not a chance. I
No.
don't even know how to fucking play that thing, dude.
Yeah, not too
Go
much-
Buck. Now that AJ's there, he's a Buccaneer fan, everybody. Oh, yeah, AJ's done.
Okay. I just know we're a dynasty. We're America's team. We're gonna win it again next year.
Okay,
I
so
don't know about America's team. You're like
Kevin-
Pennsylvania's team, maybe.
maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
Kevin-
Joanne's switching. She told me she's an
Oh,
Eagle.
hell no, I'm not. No. That is some bullshit right there. Total bullshit.
Dude,
Yeah.
after she spends a night with me and Eileen, she'll be an Eagles fan.
There you go. It happened.
Dude, I grew up there.
But
and
I
an
wasn't
Eagles
bagging on
fan.
that guy's band, but I listened to them. They were nothing special. They booked well, and that's great. And then, if you have 7 musicians in the room and you've been playing together for 5 or 7 years together, you better be good.
Yeah.
But he
Who's
didn't-
this? Who's this?
That was that guy Lou. Going back to before I get you off, I want to address these things.
That's
Yeah.
what
Well,
she said.
listen.
And I wasn't bagging on the guy, but
Now he sucks.
oh shit.
You know, he looks like fucking Gene Wilder on crack.
Yeah. I saw more as like a fucking really bad magician looking guy.
And of course, all his friends, they're like, oh, this fucking AJ, he's a fucking fuck you, all you fucking cocksuckers.
Look at that. Go Birds. Look at that shit. Look at the love we're getting at least for one team here. Go
Well,
Bucks.
And
I'm
I
not,
see.
I'm not seeing this, dude. Where the fuck
Okay.
is this? Oh, there we
it's
go.
on- Yeah.
There you go, AJ. Push the button. Yeah. Fletcher, what the fuck?
Well, he's just wanting his daddy. That's all. He needs to
No.
go to sleep and push
Go in
him
the
out
other
of
room.
bed.
Oh
That's what
god.
we got here.
I like the almond snowflakes melt at the Fillmore.
Yeah, that's what I really think.
Nice one, Kevin.
Wasn't it last week that the other Allman brother the Allman brother's son that we were talking to? Where's Nat? He was supposed to come into the show.
Who is it?
My buddy from the Bahamas was supposed to join. He's opening up a studio down there. Once and I told him that he should set people up to come into the studio and book a resort time and package it together. That way they feel comfortable there. So Fletcher, listen, don't make me come through the TV.
Shut up, dude.
Fletcher, I'm going to come up there.
It sounds like your typical freaking Eagles fan.
Yeah. I don't know.
stop.
He sounds like Mahomes crying right now.
Yeah.
No, Mahomes is crying all the way to the bank.
Yeah, that is true. Everyone's making money but you and me, AJ. Jesus.
Yeah, right. That's why I'm doing fucking 6 nights, man.
Do I have any other topics that I wanted to go over? Jenkintown Fiasco, Fizzy Graffiti, Pantera. Happy birthday to George Thorogood. I think I hit all the posts tonight. I think that's it.
Let's see. Do we got
And
any-
I found out that my cousin really digs Justin Timberlake, which is very surprising.
Ooh,
Oh, would you go see Metallica?
Yes.
no.
Either would I. Would you go see Disturbed?
Yes.
No.
All right. I got nothing. That's it. Make sure tomorrow, if you want to hear about local news and bullshit in Apollo Beach, Florida, you can check me out live on or South Shore Live. AJ, hopefully, we'll all be here next Monday with some more great news and some great people and great jobs making America great again.
And if
Dude,
you're
I
in
was,
Philly, you need to go see
I
AJ.
was really hoping you were going to bring that fucking jerk off Lou on this show.
I could bring Jerk Off Lou on the show if you want.
Let's
I'll
bring
reach
him
out to the
next
fucking
week.
guy.
Let's bring him next week, dude.
I'll be like, hey, dude, what's going on here, man?
Let's bring this jerk off.
Is he really dumb enough to come on a show with your name on it?
Dude, he's a fucking dude. I can't express how much of a dude. I'm sorry, I'm cursing a lot. He's a fucking pussy, fucking big mouth Bridgeport faggot motherfucker, dude. And I kept saying to him, dude. Like,
Now,
listen,
why's he got heat with you?
Yeah,
I don't
we
know,
started-
dude. Like it started
Because
like
it said something about you're an AJ Slick friend. This is why, and that was uncalled for, right?
yeah, but like that happened 10 years ago. I don't even know what the fuck it was about, but he threatened to come to my fucking gig and blow my head off with a gun. Obviously, he's a big talker because I'm still alive, motherfucker.
That's true.
But he's the guy in the guide, dude, on Facebook. He won't do it on the forum. He'll inbox, say shit. And then I said to him, dude, I'll drive to your fucking neighborhood. I'll meet you. I'll fight in the parking lot. He's like, oh, whatever, dude. And then he's like, I'm sending my friends up. I said, well, they're your friends, so I'm not too scared because if they're
Well, I'll tell you what, if anyone would like to tag him in here and just say, hey, you're welcome to come next week on this show,
there we
he
go.
can private message me.
There we go.
I'll put that an open invitation, right, AJ?
There you go.
Well, there's many people in my past back there that I won't give an open invitation because they're such jerk-offs.
So we're apparently being equal opportunity people.
Okay.
And allowing him to come say his own side. So
Yes.
if he wants to come on and he's.
If anyone watching this show or in the Philadelphia Music Group or anyone that AJ has put this in and has a relationship with this gentleman that, I'm not one to talk, but I thought he looked like a bad magician.
He's not.
He's welcome to come on this show.
Howard,
we will give him his equal time. It'll be a segment of why don't you like AJ and why would you threaten him? Or I'm even willing to put up a ring, gloves, an event. Hold on.
I'm in.
Sponsor and make it happen. Pay-per-view at my backyard. Legitimate. I will fly him in. I will fly AJ in. When we get a ring here, you can deal with it right there in my backyard. If you really want to do it right.
Dude, listen, I'll fucking box this whole fucking band.
AJ, how's that vodka doing?
Oh, wow.
Now, listen, I'll back you up anywhere. Even if you're wrong, I'll back you. However, they're all old looking. Don't get me wrong. I think easily we could pull a Batman and Robin on them and power put.
Yeah,
because some of them look like they look like fucking. But there's going to be a Ned Flanders in that group that we're going to have to fucking double team.
Yeah, would it be like zoom, boom, boom, like Batman?
But you know what? Some of the guys easily, dude, they're look like the helper on Home Improvement, would just knock them right. Fucking the guys are wearing flannel.
Wait, is it true that their last post on their page was August 25th, 2012?
Yeah, I mean, that being said, dude, Howard the Unknown Drummer's got a better career than you, and I've been fucking ducking out for 5 years.
Yeah, listen, his comeback to me in my inbox, I said, dude, you fucking suck. You got no. He goes, we travel around the world. Where's your world tour, bro? Nowhere. Whatever, dude.
Hello?
Yeah. Maybe he'll come on the show, but we wasted enough time with a no talent.
Excuse me, AJ, but if he comes on this show, it'll be pretty gross.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, we got a comment.
Hold on, we got it. But
okay, so Colleen
oh shit.
Remick said he won't show up.
Well, let's make it worth his while. Tell him you'll book him a gig.
Yeah, listen,
he can open for you.
I don't even
think a lot of people will fly to Florida for that one.
Oh shit! See, that's the thing. I'm gonna monetize this thing. It'd be better than my fucking thing from the Bahamas I did.
Well, listen.
I'll have 100 people maximum, $500. All proceeds going to AJ and me. I mean, all proceeds going to Home of Unwed Mothers.
There you go.
And me.
Going to the Jewish Foundation.
Go into
we'll plant trees in Israel.
The Apollo Beach Jewish Foundation, headed by AJ Slick and Howard Duran Rosenberg.
Yeah. Rosenberg.
You like that shit, huh?
Yeah. Oh.
All right. So we want to thank everybody tonight and tune in next week. Tell all your friends to watch our debauchery. I don't know what I'm going to come up with next week, but AJ,
I will say thanks for all the people watching because we've had quite a bit of people watching and commenting. Thank you very much. It's appreciated.
This show's been brought to you by Apollo Beach Broadcasting and ApolloBeachPublishing.com. And also make sure you like us on YouTube. Make sure you like South Shore Live. Make sure if you're in the area, check out AJ. You're not going to go wrong. It's going to show you a good time there. If you don't know how to drink, he'll show you how to drink. If you don't know how to eat, he'll order food and show you how to eat it.
There you go, brother.
And I
Um,
will be making a surprise appearance in March,
all right,
Oh yeah, baby.
live in person.
live
You
in
can
person.
wear some
The
Kansas City gear.
I don't know. I don't know if AJ can protect you in Philadelphia and Kansas City gear. No matter.
Listen. I will protect your wife. I'll take a bullet for her.
Well, thanks, man.
You know that.
You're
And
a
Eileen's
fucking
gonna.
awesome
And I'll be
guy.
behind you 100% of the way.
Eileen's gonna be there. That's gonna be.
Oh, dude, if Eileen's there, I'm not worried about nothing. She'll fuck
Right.
anyone up.
That's gonna be the 7th of March.
She scared the
Yep.
shit out of me one day.
I can't
Who?
wait. I'm super psyched.
She scared the shit out of me. You better get us paid. I'm gonna kick your ass if you don't get us paid. I said I'll do the best I can.
Yes, she did one.
That was in front of Kellen's. I said I got you more than I got anybody else. It's the best
Yeah.
I could do. Don't beat me up, lady.
Right. Yeah, she's it's funny because she's getting older now, dude. So she's like,
I need more money. She goes right to it.
she's like a little bit more mellower. So she yells at me a lot for my antics and all. And then my kids yell at me and everyone yells at me.
Well, we're not going to yell at you here.
You're not just a musician; it's AJ's experience, and that's
Yeah,
what
well,
I'm trying
listen,
to
I've
convey
been
to everyone.
I've been told this week by my kids, you're fucking old, you look like shit, you're bent over, you got to take care of yourself. I was actually told I don't clean up good.
You know what? I'll tell you what, AJ, and I'll tell you this:
I think you clean up just
you
fine.
might want to go see a chiropractor because you are bent over because you do play acoustic that much.
Yeah, well, I do, yeah.
How often?
Probably 3 to 4 times a week.
There you go.
All right. That's
Yeah.
it.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to because I mean you got that acoustic love and feeling.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, it's music, man. I love to play, dude.
I know you do, and that's the one thing I just said to Joe. I mean, I love playing. I love teaching. Right before our show, I get to teach for like an hour and a half, and I kill it. I come up here all music out. I wish I had a band and some great like-minded people, but I also don't like what comes with it sometimes. But
Yeah. I like I said, I got lucky, dude. The last I don't know, my old bass player that passed away, Steve K. Me and him got along like brothers. I never had an issue with him ever.
Me and Tommy.
My new bass player, Pat, is so easy to get the fuck along with. I love playing with him. My drummer, Ronnie's easy as shit to get along with. I had a bass player before Pat, Wayne, that was a piece of cake to get along with. So I'm lucky that I get to pick normal people that are good musicians.
I'm impressed. That's more decent bass players.
Well,
'cause usually they're a little on the crazy side.
That's because of what you bring to the table, AJ. And if you get to see AJ, make sure you go see AJ in Philly, outside of Philly. If you're zipping in South Jersey, not too far of a ride to check him out. Check him out at agslick.com. Make sure you friend him on Facebook and follow him. You can't go wrong. A lot of fun. From Howard, Joanne in the back here, my friend AJ and Doug and everybody, thanks again. We'll hopefully see you next Monday. Good morning. Don't be a shitty person. I say it every day and I mean it. Don't be a shitty person. Have fun. Learn to laugh at each other. We're here for one thing, all to get along. Good night, everybody.
Love is, man. Have a good one.
Rock and roll.
Later.